Welcome to the Spin Chamber. I'm Adam Lansing. With us tonight to discuss some political hot topics, good friend of the program and former Bush Communications Director, Bill Sanchez. Also joining us tonight, first time on the program, political consultant and professor of political studies from Syracuse University, Cody Meyers. Thank you both for being here. First round in the chamber. Hillary Clinton was in Iowa recently at a campaign event for retiring Senator Tom Harkin. Let's take a listen to what she had to say.
Hello, Iowa. I'm back. It is true. I am thinking about it. Iowans have a choice to make.
I don't know about you, but that sure sounds to me like someone who's planning on running for president. Bill, do you agree?
Well, I think it's clear that Hillary Clinton is not running for president. If you remember back to 2006 and early 2007, she was in the same position, the clear frontrunner. But Democrats don't tend to traditionally choose the next in line candidate. And so I would say that Hillary Clinton is throwing out to her potential opponents that, yes, I want this, but if the tide were to turn between now and when she makes a decision, she can easily back out. So I would say that it's clear that she is testing the waters at this point.
Testing the waters? I'd say she's going for a full-on swim at this point. Cody, do you agree?
Well, Adam, it's now almost winter in Iowa, so I think it's a little cold for Mrs. Clinton to be going swimming outdoors.
Would you care to elaborate, Cody?
I suppose if there were an indoor pool, she might go for a dip, but from what I understand, her preferred form of exercise is long walks with her husband, former President Bill Clinton, and their 2 dogs. Not to mention from the video segment you showed earlier, Adam, it seemed like she's a little busy pre-campaigning to worry about an exercise regimen.
Agreed. Thank you, Cody. Next round in the chamber. A study came out today that cites that the polar ice caps are melting at a much more alarming rate than scientists had anticipated over the last 5 years. That being said, when polling potential voters on the top 5 issues that they'll be taking to the polls with them both this November and in 2016, climate change doesn't even crack that list. Bill, why is that?
Well, I think it's because climate change is an issue that doesn't affect voters on a day-to-day basis, say the way that economic issues do. That coupled with the fact that there's a large group in this country that question whether global warming is man-made or not.
Seriously? Again, Bill? I mean, Cody, how long are these global warming naysayers going to keep their heads buried in the sand?
Well, Adam, I guess the question you're really asking is how long can someone survive without oxygen when burrowed? This is assuming, of course, that we're not providing them with a snorkel or some other type of breathing apparatus which would readily provide oxygen. Because if outside oxygen is being provided, then it really comes down to sheer willpower for how long they can stay under. And given how long they've been denied climate change, I would say they have the will to burrow, if only to prove us liberals wrong,
I apologize. I'm sorry. Cody, I don't think you answered the question. Could you elaborate a bit more?
I guess my final answer would be 8 minutes and 58 seconds, which is the current Guinness World Record for how long someone can hold their breath.
Do you not know what a figure of speech is?
Third round in the chamber. Less than 2 months after asking for the repeal of congressional authorization for the 2002 Iraq War, President Barack Obama is now citing the 12-year-old measure as the basis for launching airstrikes against Syria. Bill, is this really a wise move politically for the president?
Well, I think we're dealing with an extreme group of terrorists here who are committing unspeakable acts, the likes of which Iran, Al-Qaeda are all denouncing.
Yeah, but if you remember, those are the same arguments that the Bush administration was making to enter us into Iraq in the first place.
Okay, Adam, I was there in the Bush administration when we made the decision to go into Iraq, and this is completely different.
Yeah. And if you remember, there were very few naysayers when Bush used the tragedy of 9/11 as his basis for entering Iraq.
President Bush not once ever directly linked 9/11 to Saddam Hussein or the war in Iraq.
Come on, seriously, Bill. It's like it's 2003
Oh,
all
come
over
on.
again
You know
right
what? I
now.
am not going to sit here and debate, the legitimacy of the Iraq War once again with you. It is not 2003
I'm going to have to
again,
interrupt. I'm sorry. But Bill, I do have to agree with you. It is not 2003 again.
Thank you.
Time travel is currently impossible.
Oh my God. He didn't literally ask if it were 2003 again.
Further, I'd like to add that barring some huge scientific breakthrough, it will never be 2003 again.
Okay, you know what?
Wake
I
up,
can't. I'm not going to
gentlemen.
sit
What
here
is this?
and debate somebody who was clearly born yesterday. So.
Bill, I'm not going to sit here on this panel and debate somebody who thinks I'm a one-day-old, okay? I'm a full-grown woman. I'm a tenured professor at Syracuse University.
That's all the time that we have for today's panel. I'd like to thank my guests, Bill Sanchez, for being here,
No, I'm already gone because this is ridiculous.
and Cody Meyers for being here. Thank you. Coming up after the break, do you know who has access to your financial data?
Oh, I'd like to think it's just my husband and myself. However, so many advances lately in hacking technology, it really
Is her
could be
microphone
anybody.
still on?
Oh, well, it's still on just because nobody's switched it off yet. If you want to cut to commercial, then I can just turn it on
Cut to
mute.
commercial.
See,
Cut to commercial.
and then I turn it back on, and then I'm talking
Cut to
again.
commercial.
So you just let your sound guy know when you'd like to cut to commercial. And
Cut to commercial.
cut it off. Yeah, it's not up to me whether we're at commercial or not. So
Live TV, everyone.
Oh my God, the TVs are alive.